This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. There's no on this day for May 14th, so here's a birthday boy. He is one of the most unnoticeable MVPs of a World Series ever. He's now 59 years old. He played catcher from 1988 to 2005. In baseball, won an Olympic gold medal with the U.S. baseball team at the Olympics in Sydney. He manages Williamsport of the New York Penn League. And yeah, he won the World Series MVP, shocking a lot of people. Anyway, so he is Pat Borders. Pat Borders was born in Columbus, Ohio. He actually was given a football/baseball scholarship to Mississippi State, which would be nice for the Bulldogs. However, he turned it down to sign with the Blue Jays, who drafted him in the 6th round of the 1982 MLB draft. So he went through the Toronto farm system and was brought up in 1988 playing 56 games. Basically, Toronto was center catcher with Ernie Witt. Of course, their backup spot would be hugely impacted by Buck Martinez's injury in 1985. But anyway, he was actually a first and third baseman, but unfortunately he was converted to a catcher because his defense was not deemed strong enough to keep him in the majors. So he became a catcher and took the spot after Ernie Witt left Toronto. So he was one of the key pieces to the 92 and 93 World Series teams. All that. In the 92 series, he actually hit .450 with one home run to win the World Series MVP thing. And he was the catcher when Dave Steve threw his only no-hitter, and the team's only no-hitter, September 1990 against the Indians. The fact of the matter for Pat Borders was that he was a constant starter and all that. When you look at him, John O'Rourke, Joe Carter, Roberto Alomar, Devon White. They were the only ones that were on both teams at the time. Because, well, shortstop was Manny Lee, and then it was Tony Fernandez. Third base was Kelly Gruber, then became Ed Sprague's position. And then the outfield, Candy Maldonado was on the 92 team alongside Dave Winfield, but was replaced by Ricky Henderson and Paul Molitor for the 93 season. So, yeah. Yeah, he was a constant. And he did okay, but I mean, you don't think Pat Borders would be a household name for winning World Series MVP. Anyway, so after the 94 season, he signed as a free agent. The funny thing is, except for a few stints with other teams, he never played more than one full season. He never played multiple seasons for one team. Pat Borders would play for Kansas City and Houston for the 95 season, St. Louis and California for the 96 season, and the White Sox for the 96 season, so he's wasn't there. Cleveland, he was the catcher from 97 to 99, but he basically back up to Sandy Alomar Jr. Came back to Toronto, and then after a year off, which he was eligible to play in the Olympics, he went to Seattle for 4 years, then went to Minnesota, then back to Seattle. He never played for more than 55 games for any one team during a season ever again. So, anyway, the Dodgers signed him to a minor league contract and invited him to spring training, but he retired. He had 253 batting average, 69 home runs, 346 RBIs in 1,099 games. Borders is one of only 5 players to be a World Series champion and Olympic gold medals, alongside Doug Minkiewicz, who ironically played on that 2000 squad with him, Orlando Hernandez, Jose Contreras, and Yuri Gurriel. Yeah, that Yuri Gurriel, the Astros. I just want to know more about Pat Borders, like his stat from Baseball Reference. Yeah, he wore a lot of numbers. He wore number 10 for the Jays, 15 for the Royals, 17 for the Astros, 38 for the Cardinals, 7 for the Angels, 15 for the White Sox, 10 for the Indians, 29 for the Blue Jays, 18 for the Mariners in 2001, then number 10, and 26, 37. Yeah, so I just want to see his stuff. Man, he spent 7 years for the Jays, and then basically he was passed around. Makes a joke there. So anyway, he signed free agent April 1995, and then was traded from Kansas City to Houston for a player to be named later, which was Rick Huisman. Got free agent, signed by the Cardinals free agent. Then June 15th, was traded to California for Ben Van Ryn. Big mistake. And then July 27th, California traded him to the White Sox for Robert Ellis. Granted free agency, signed as a free agent with the Indians. Released by the Indians on August 31st, 1999, and then the Blue Jays brought him back. Signed as a free agent with Tampa, but Seattle purchased him, his rights, and all that. So yeah, so a lot of free agency things and all that. He was granted free agency and then went back to Seattle. Seattle traded him to Minnesota for a minor leaguer. Yeah, so yeah, he was basically passed around a little too much, and well, he is an icon in Blue Jay circles as a great catcher. Personally, I put him behind Ernie Witt and even Russell Martin for a great Blue Jay catcher. So he's third. That's not half bad. I mean, yeah, but maybe Borders ahead of Russell Martin. I mean, he did win 2 World Series titles after all, but Ernie Witt's still the king of catching in Toronto. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm going to do.